Good day, everyone. Welcome to Real Conservative Headline News. I'm your host, Nathaniel Rajkumar. Starting off, of course, with local news here in Trinidad and Tobago. The Ministry of Works and Infrastructure, through its Highways Division, is advancing a multi-phase upgrade, removing cable barriers and installing durable guardrails along our nation's highways connecting north to south. If I'm not mistaken, I think Philip Edward Alexander used to be speaking about that all the time. I could be wrong, but I knew he had a lot of suggestions about how to make the highways safer. On the Sir Solomon Hochoy Highway, works are underway across 3 priority sections. Claxton Bay to Macaulay, Macaulay to Gasparillo, Gasparillo to Golconda. In total, 9,060 meters of guardrails will be installed along accident-prone areas, delivering stronger protection where it's needed the most. We, the people's government, Kamala Prasad administration, has already begun to show, even before the new budget in October, that they are here to serve all the peoples of Trinidad and Tobago. No more overheating phones. Cool your phones in seconds. Prevents damage to phones and battery issues. Better gaming experience and streaming. USB powered and fast charging. Lightweight and quiet. Ideal for kids and adults. Works with all smartphones. Makes a great gift. Enjoy free island-wide delivery. Call or WhatsApp 868-762-6589. This particular news report brought a smile to my face last night when I read it. World Test record holder Brian Charles Lara made a winning return to club cricket in TNT, helping his boyhood club Harvard Sports Club to a resounding 8-wicket win over Ebony Sports in the North Zone Cricket Council T20 Festival at the Diego Martin Region Sports Complex in a 15-over affair on Saturday. He cut the first delivery he faced to the square boundary to get off the mark with a 4. Brings back memories, boy, memories. After coming out to bat at 48 for 2 after 7 overs. Lara, who holds the record for the highest individual test innings of 400 not out, which he scored against England in 2004 at the Antigua Recreation Ground, hit 26 not out, including the winning runs in an innings that lasted 17 deliveries, and consisted of 5 fours, people. Brian Charles Lara, but he shared in an unbroken 56-run stand with Andre Yard, who counted 4 fours in his 31 not out, as Harvard reached 104 for 2. This, to me, I have admired Brian Charles Lara since I was a youth growing up in the 90s. One of the best cricketers in the entire world. Wonderful. You won't be disappointed with this one. Look and feel great every day. Painless trimming with no pulling of hair guaranteed. Comfortable to hold and lightweight. Intelligent anti-pinch system. Safety travel lock. Accurate and painless trimming. Durability, 100% quality. Fast charging. To place an order, call or WhatsApp 868-762-6589. In some other local news, the Constitution Amendment Bill 2025 will not only be inviting athletes back home to become citizens, but also doctors, engineers, entrepreneurs, and academics, tackling Trinidad and Tobago's brain drain, says Sports Minister Philip Watts. He added that by inviting not only athletes, but also doctors, engineers, entrepreneurs, and academics back, he said we will tackle brain drain and rejuvenate sectors critical to national progress. Watts also noted that the bill could increase the current US $100 million remittance level to TNT via the 500,000 strong US and UK diaspora. Some other local news, September 13th is no ordinary day for the Dennis family. In 2025, it's a milestone to remember and very significant as well. This year was extra special as they celebrated the 100th birthday of their beloved matriarch, Miss Eileen Dennis. And yes, it definitely qualifies as this evening's feel-good moment. Of course, that report was provided by TTT, and that's the segment that they have on their channel. Happy birthday or happy belated birthday to Miss Eileen Dennis.
The matriarch, Miss Eileen Dennis, celebrated her centennial surrounded by family and friends gathered at the Belmont Community Center on Saturday. Dressed in finery, complete with golden tiara and sash displaying the words 100 and fabulous, Miss Eileen was the center of attention, while guests dressed on theme in shades of blue, white, and gold. The Ministry of Social Development and Family Services also showered the nation's newest 100-year-old with goodies, including a cake, a gold medal, and hampers.
LaFast Motors officially relaunched the Photon brand in Trinidad and Tobago on Saturday in what the company said marks a bold step forward in the company's mobility offerings. That is good news, more investment from foreign companies. And it's a sign that these foreign investors are looking at Trinidad and they're realizing this is a good market. The economy is on the way back to a recovery. It's recovering, it's being stimulated, and therefore they are willing to come and bring their business here. It's going to provide jobs and maybe also affordable vehicles for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. That is good news. Anytime you start to see foreign investors returning to our country, that is wonderful, a wonderful sign. Some regional news now from Guyana. The Ministry of Agriculture wishes to advise that with the commencement of the second rice crop for 2025, the Minister of Agriculture, Honorable Zulfikar Mustafa, along with senior officials from the Guyana Rice Development Board, will be consulting with rice farmers and millers across the rice-growing regions of the country during the course of this week. These engagements are part of the ministry's continued efforts to promote open dialogue and collaboration with stakeholders in the rice industry. The meetings will focus on matters related to the current crop. The ministry remains committed to working closely with all stakeholders in the rice industry to support a successful and productive crop and to advance the government's broader food security agenda. And this is what we need to be focusing on here in Trinidad and around the world as well. All nations should be self-sufficient when it pertains to certain types of food products. And we definitely have to diversify and invest into the agricultural sector here in Trinidad and Tobago. When it concerns the cultivation of rice in Guyana, from what I read in the comment section, it needs to become more affordable to do. And that's most likely what the Irfan Ali administration will be attempting to do during these next 5 years.
LaFast Motors has made its debut as the official dealer for Photon vehicles, with a relaunch expected to reshape the local transportation landscape. Sales manager for the Photon brand, Celeste Debreo, said the decision to market Photon was an easy one for the company.
Around the world, Photon has earned a reputation for strength, reliability, and innovation. From heavy-duty trucks that power industries to versatile pickups and buses that connect people from different communities. Photon has become a trusted name in over 100 countries. Today we bring that same promise to the shores of Trinidad and Tobago.
And LaFast Motors emphasized its commitment not only to vehicle sales but also to after-sales support, service and training, ensuring long-term value and trust for its customers.
With all our brands, BMW, Mini, BYD and now Photon, LaFast Motors is not just about selling. We are in the business of delivering the ultimate driving experiences, the latest technology, reliability, durability, and value. With Photon, we aim to deliver confidence for every journey, whether it's a small business owner making deliveries, a contractor building our future, or a family enjoying the freedom of the open road.
The vehicles launched include a Photon 4x4 pickup, a Photon Miller, a cargo van, passenger van, and the Photon Truckmate. Mahalia Joseph Wharton, TDT News.
Fewer than 24 hours after she was sworn in as Minister of Local Government and Regional Development, Priya Manek-Chan on Sunday visited the incomplete Bamia Primary School in Region 10, where she engaged the contractors responsible for executing the project. The minister, who had just completed a successful 5-year stint at the helm of the Education Ministry, pledged that this project will be completed and promised that children will enjoy the benefits intended by the PPP civic government. So, of course, just as they have done in their first term, the Irfan Ali's first term in office from 2020 to 2025, they have already begun to serve all the peoples of Guyana. Letitia MacArthur has emerged as the top matriculant at the University of West Indies, Mona campus in Kingston, Jamaica, where she will be pursuing her Bachelor of Medicine on a full Government of Guyana scholarship. Just last year, Letitia earned second place in Guyana at the Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination, CAPE. Before that, she earned 16 grade 1s. Woo! I have 3 grade 1s, and I used to feel so good about that. Anyhow, she earned 16 grade 1s and 2 grade 2s at the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate by CSEC. We used to call it CXC back in the day. Examinations with top scores in additional mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, English A and B, Spanish, and agricultural science. I love agricultural science. I didn't have it in Form 5 in Rodney School, San Miguel Educational Institute back in those days, back in my times. We did it in Form 1 and Form 2. I loved human and social biology as well. And I also did English A and English B. But I have 6 subjects. That's it. And I am quite proud about that. 16 subjects. Wow. To me, that is miraculous. That's extravagant news, people.
This is Bamia Primary School here in Region 10. Primary school we need to finish. That is being built by the Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development and has been taking a while. This is a school that's going to take off this entire catchment. Right now, what's happening is the children are on shift or sitting 3 and 4 on a bench, even when they're on shift. But we can't continue that. So we've just had a meeting with the contractor and their subcontractors and gone through all the things that need to be done. And we're going to be putting someone here fully to make sure that these finishing works will be finished, because for the longest while I've been reading that they are close to finishing. But I've also seen other schools where there isn't a push, and other buildings that last leg of finishing take forever. We can't afford that here. These children have to come into this school, and we're looking at a date of in October to begin this. So we're going to make sure we put a project manager on the premises and run down the things that have to finish. And the contractors have been told that it's either they finish this or come off the project. So we're very clear about what we want for the children who are going to attend here. That's serious business for us. Yeah.
No more overheating phones. Cool your phones in seconds. Prevents damage to phones and battery issues. Better gaming experience and streaming. USB powered and fast charging. lightweight and quiet, ideal for kids and adults. Works with all smartphones. Makes a great gift. Enjoy free island-wide delivery. Call or WhatsApp 868-762-6589. Dr. Amit Tilang, High Commissioner of India to Guyana, on August 15, 2025, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced that India would undertake far-reaching reforms in India's good and services taxes. The objective is to further simplify the taxation system with significant positive impact on India's foreign trade, especially in sectors such as pharmaceuticals, medical equipment, agricultural commodities and equipment, textile and apparel, and other commodities with major shares in India's exports. So, of course, that's going to benefit the nation of Guyana and hopefully Trinidad and Tobago as well, and the rest of the Caribbean by extension. Now for the travel segment. Rather like its neighbors in the Cayman Islands and Bahamas, Cuba's beaches are abundant and beautiful. The 12-mile long strip of diamond dust sand at Playa Varadero is known for its big resorts, but there are many quieter stretches to discover too. Syncopated music genres such as son cubano, once described by anthologist Fernando Ortiz as a love affair between Spanish guitar and the African drum, sounds wonderful, boy, continue to emanate out of every club, restaurant, and backstreet bar. The people, indomitable, gritty, and inexhaustibly creative, retain their characteristic energy and wit. Less obvious attractions include some spectacular bird watching and zesty Criollo food, Spanish-influenced home cooking starring rice and beans. I love food. I say that all the time as well. Which, thanks to the industriousness of innovative local chefs, has rediscovered its roots. The island is also home to several fast-growing niche sports, including kiteboarding. Kiteboarding. I'm going to have to Google about that. Kiteboarding, which takes advantage of the stiff winds that caress the northern keys. I guess it's flying kites. That's probably what they call it across there. The bright glow of the country's artistic and cultural talent shows no signs of abating. And unlike some destinations around the world, it's eager to welcome more travelers. Pack a head torch, draw up a flexible itinerary, and launch into Cuba's irresistible maelstrom. Now for some interesting facts. Solar cooking in South Africa is kind of under the same travel category as well, you know, people. Because I would love to travel to Africa as well. In many off-grid communities, families are turning to solar cooking as a clean and affordable solution. These cookers are reflective panels or curved mirrors to focus sunlight directly into pots, heating food without firewood, gas, or electricity. Very affordable as well. They can reach high temperatures, making it possible to boil, fry, or slow cook meals during the day. Solar cooking reduces the daily burden of collecting firewood, a task that often falls on women and children. By avoiding open fire cooking, it also helps reduce indoor air pollution, which is a serious health risk. Although mainly limited to daylight hours, this method supports sustainable living and cuts carbon emissions in rural regions, and definitely will reduce the cost as well. So that is really interesting. Maybe we could implement that here in Trinidad and Tobago as well, because we have a lot of sunlight here in the Caribbean. You won't be disappointed with this one. Look and feel great every day. Painless trimming with no pulling of hair guaranteed. Comfortable to hold and lightweight. Intelligent anti-pinch system. Safety travel lock. Accurate and painless trimming. Durability, 100% quality. Fast charging. To place an order, call or WhatsApp 868-762-6589. Folks, that brings us to the end of today's news headlines. Thanks again to everyone who continues to support my content. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay blessed and stay safe most of all. In Jesus' name.